so the glue doesn't get on there. Now I want to show you before we put the gold down that it's designed so that I'm going to line it up close to the edge of this right side. And then there's going to be a little bit of a frame around the other pieces. And that I found helps me when I put my blue piece on top, that I can have enough of that gold piece shining outward. You also could put your burgundy or your Bermuda Bay down first and then your gold. You can use the pieces any way that you like, okay? Welcome to our Facebook friends. If you're tuning in live tonight on May 13th, Thursday, May 13th, 2021, we welcome you to the party. We're putting together some lovely cards tonight, perfect for sharing sunshine. And so I've got a little bit of that Tombow glue. I'm going to place it down. And the foil will pick up your fingerprints quite a bit. So just be cautious as you're doing that. All right, so it's very reflective and I love the shine of this. Now I'll go back and I've got my Bermuda Bay, this beautiful blue one that's white on the reverse. I'm going to just add some threads of the glue. Okay, and then carefully I want to put this down on top of the foil so that some of the gold foil will show, kind of peek out behind. All right, so if I line that up on the brown cardstock, the crumb cake, then you'll see it's going to leave just a nice little bit of that gold shining peeking through. And it's especially effective when you kind of turn the card. So if you're working along with me tonight, remember you can go at your own pace. If you, this will be recorded for you. So if you want to, if you get behind or have questions, you can pause and then be able to rewind and complete them later. It is fun though to see you working along with me. And if you have any questions, you can unmute and ask your question. You can also ask me a question in the chat. So I'm going to go over to the chat to be sure I can watch those tonight. Watch for any. Jean, are you able to see us and hear us better now that you logged out and in? I hope. Jean, can you hear us? I can see Jean watching, but I don't see her responding as much. I hope that she can see and hear, and maybe it will be better on the recording. So now I'm going to place my glue on the white, just B, because
Sorry, I had to leave for just a second. I'm back now.
Jean, can you hear us okay? And Julia, you can hear us okay. I'm hoping everybody can see and hear tonight. I know Jean had a little trouble. She logged out and then back in again.
Right.
Yeah, it's still not working. I can't even get a picture.
Oh.
Maybe it's his computer. I don't know.
Okay, I can hear you now. That's good.
I can hear you and I can see you.
Yeah. So the heart part, we're also going to adhere with the glue, the Tombow glue. You can also use other adhesives if you have them. You know that the green glue is one of my most favorites. Then I'm going to add the heart there. So with a happy heart, with a glad heart, this is a great reminder for yourself. You can put it somewhere where you'll see it. Sometimes this is a nice 5x7 style card. So it fits in the larger envelope and it can be mailed, but it also would be lovely to put in a 5x7 frame or simply to post on a clipboard or on a notice board, put it up by your mirror so that in the morning and in the nighttime, when you're brushing your teeth, you can remind yourself the importance to take time for you to self-care and to relax and certainly enjoy the sunshine. We're lucky to have such nice weather in these last few. Well, we had snow, didn't we, for a little bit at the start of May. That was kind of cold, but now we're having some lovely days. Does anybody have any questions so far? Okay, well, I hope you'll enjoy that one. Think of someone special you'd like to share it with or have it somewhere in your house to display for yourself. The next card we're going to make is the card that has the little yellow butterflies on it. So in your kit, there's a lot of supplies inside here, and they're not really sorted out by the card. There's two parts for two cards inside of here. So we'll pull them out and then I'll help you sort them out, okay? So there's my card is inside here. You're welcome to contact me with questions about our Stampin' Up! Products or techniques. Just wanted you to have that to put on your refrigerator so you can reach out to me. Then we also have two labels. One is wider than the other. Let me put it on here. You can see the difference. My design tonight uses the wider piece, so you have this as a bonus. But again, you depending on what greeting you'd like to use, you can change it up. But we're going to set this little piece aside. If you make the cards like me, we won't need that one tonight. Okay. So let me show you. We're making these two different cards. So as we go through the pile, we'll kind of sort out what we need, like a treasure hunt here, so that we have the things we need for both cards. So the yellow strip you'll see is going to go over to the card on the left. That's a designer series paper piece. We have some little yellow pearls. Hope you can see the colors. There should be yellow and green. So the yellow ones we're going to put over here for the card with the birds. And the green pearls, they're kind of a mint macaron color. They're going to go over with the cards that have the butterflies. So put the butterflies over there, the birds over here. Okay, now we have this green strip, and this is an extra piece for you. So you can set it aside. You might find a way to incorporate it into the cards tonight, and you're welcome to do that. That's an extra piece. Put it over here. We have a branch with leaves. Now, some of you, I think it was already punched out, but mine isn't die cut, or is die cut, but it isn't punched yet. So I'm going to go ahead and punch that out so that I have it ready to adhere to the card. There we are. Okay, so that's going to go over to the card on the left again. It has the birds. A little bit of pink ribbon. Put that over on the left side. And this is a lovely poem for the greeting of this card. It says, "Life's greatest blessings begin and end with family. It is in families that we learn to love. Teach what is most important, and grow together in love and laughter. Grateful for you, happy to be yours." So you can think of someone in your family or your chosen family that you would want to share this one with, this special card. Now there are two envelopes, the darker green and the lighter green. There are this lovely piece of floral paper and the mint macaron cardstock piece. We'll use those over here with the butterfly card. And then there are two card bases. And you can see they're scored and folded, and we're going to fold them a little bit differently than they're originally folded. But we're going to put the one with the flowers printed on it over to the left, and the one with the green panel over to the right. And then surprise, what's left are some seeds for you. Do any of you plant seeds around your home or have a garden?
Yeah.
Yes, great.
I'm going to this year.
Terrific, Julia, great. Well, these are happy colors, happy flowers, and these are kind of, you can't go wrong with this kind of wildflower mix or a cut flower mix. It's a surprise what will grow there for you, which is a delightful surprise. And they're easy to grow. So hopefully you'll have fun. You'll have a spot. If you aren't growing them in your garden, you can put them in a big flower pot so that they'll delight you outside your door, perhaps. And we're going to put this as a special gift inside of the card over to the left. So let's go ahead and begin with the card on the right, the card that has the poem, the sentiment greeting. Okay, so you can set aside your other pieces. And then I'm going to show you, this opens in a special way. It's called a Z fold. So it opens up, and you can see why it's called the Z fold here. It just stretches that paper out. Okay, so it's hard sometimes to show you on the camera. You can see the butterflies have the little pearls in them. It's going to stretch out like this. So to begin, we need to take that card that's pre-printed here, and we need to kind of fold it differently than it's folded. Right now, it's closed like this, but we actually need to flip that around, flip that fold around, and fold the front back. That's how we're going to make the Z. So the printed part is actually way over here on the right. It came like this. You reverse the fold and then make the Z shape. If you have questions or need more time, just let me know.
I think I got it.
Okay, so you'll know it's right if the white piece unfolds and stretches out. Great. Okay, so we're going to dress this up a little bit. It's pretty and it's clean, and sometimes having white on a card or any crafting project is very calming or soothing. It's not a distraction, but sometimes it can appear a bit stark. So I chose to add some colorful papers. And so this one has a nice green on the other side. If you like all green, you can do that. That's kind of an olive color next to the mint. But I like the one here that has all those flowers. It reminds me again of some of the seed packet flowers. So we'll take our adhesive, put it on the back of the floral piece, and then that's going to line up exactly on top of that white piece, the white card base. So we'll still have white on the inside when we open it, but we're adding that really vibrant floral color to the front. Ta-da, like this. Okay.
I think I got it.
All right, very good. So next we'll take the greeting piece with all of the nice words, and we're going to glue that to the mint card base, right, or card layer right here. Okay, and you'll notice there's just a little bit, it's kind of like matting a photo. There's just about a 1/4 inch around, well, it's 1/8 of an inch around the edge. I cut it 1/4 inch larger, and so that way it has 1/8 of an inch around each side. Now you'll notice when we adhere this, we want to make sure not to put any adhesive over on the part that's going to need to open, right? And I say this as a reminder because I've done it many times where I'm working right along and I just put the adhesive on the whole piece and just keep on moving. But then this card, it would look really lovely, but we wouldn't be able to open it. So when we put our adhesive on now, we have to be careful to not put any over on this side. And you can do that a couple different ways. You can go ahead and put, like I like to do this, where I can see now, I don't want the glue to go beyond that line. So I'm going to put glue right in here. Some people like to put glue on the card base itself, and that way none of it comes over onto the green. But I find if I hold it on top like this, I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive just on that left side of the card. Now when I flip it over and adhere it to the front of the card, there won't be any extra glue over on the mint side. Green is one of my favorite colors, so I really like this card that has all of these different shades of green. And have you noticed how green everything is outside? I like to go for walks at Carrie Hornaday Park, and one day when I was there, it just struck me. I came out from the little wooded area from where I come in from my house, and it struck me. It was so vibrant and bright. And then another day there were thousands of dandelions. And I'm not opposed to dandelions. A lot of people, my husband does not like dandelions, but I'm okay with them. And they were just so beautiful that day. So, and the contrast to the green was lovely. All right, so now it's just adding some embellishments to the card. You'll see we're going to put the butterflies here. and then the little gems. So the butterflies can easily, they're laser cut. They can be popped right out. 1, 2, 3. And then I like to kind of push in a little bit into their body part so that the 2 wings flip up slightly, because I don't want to put glue on the wings. I want them on the card to kind of flutter a little bit and not be really flat. Of course, when they're in the envelope, they'll kind of go flatter, but when the recipient receives it, they can kind of puff up the butterfly wings if we only put adhesive on the body. So we'll take the little butterflies, just kind of crease it in the middle where the body part is, and that allows the wings to kind of lift up. And then we'll just put a dot of glue on that body. Doesn't take a lot, okay? So what you do when you want something like this to adhere with just a tiny bit of glue, if you just give it some pressure to help the glue bond the paper to paper before you lift up, and then you can kind of pull up the wings a little bit. If you do too much glue, like I might have done a little too much glue, then they might not flutter up a lot. But even if they do, they're 3-dimensional a little bit, I think it makes a difference. So we'll do that for each butterfly. 1, 2, 3.
I wonder if you could use a dimensional on that.
You could, especially the smaller ones, Julia. Right now in my stash, I have the larger size, but what you can always do is cut them. And so it wouldn't show if you had just a tiny strip of the adhesive. Yeah.
But it wouldn't go in the envelope as well either.
Yeah, it would have to be flattened down a little bit, but typically things go pretty well into the envelope because they're sized to be just a little larger than the card, enough to allow for layering. That's a great point though. So now we've got our little mint ones, mint pearls, and I'm gonna just put those kind of at the head of where the body is for the butterfly. And I'll hold this up so you can see it more easily. The camera here. So I just placed it kind of at the top of the body there. And I love that those simple pearls just give a tiny bit of bling or shine. It's just, there's a little bit of pearlescence to them, and it's just enough to make a little bit of shine. So then it's ready for your greeting inside. And so this is a special one. It doesn't have to be for Mother's Day or Father's Day. It can be an any day gift that you share with someone in your family or in your chosen family.
Mm-hmm.
And the envelope is already nicely, you know how we often put the paper on the envelope. This one's already nicely printed for you from Stampin' Up. So that's a great shortcut tonight.
I just realized I can send this to my father and stepmom for Mother's Day and Father's Day.
Indeed, that's a perfect 2 for 1. Yeah, it's a very nice greeting, nice sentiment. Excellent. Is everybody doing okay? You can type something in the chat if you have any questions or comments about it, or I'd love to hear who you'll send your card to. It's fun to know Julia's going to share it with her dad and her stepmom.
I don't know. I think this is the first card I've been able to keep up with for you. So,
Oh, good for you. Well, there's no race, but it is
No.
nice to stamp along together, to
It is
craft
nice.
along together.
it's
I
nice
enjoy
to
it.
finish, like actually get one finished with you and not be wondering, like, should I put that there? Should I put it here?
Beautiful, Connie. Nice
So,
work.
Too many choices sometimes.
Yep. Yeah, these are a little more straightforward. It's
Yes.
true.
I'm hoping Jean can see. Jean joined us on the iPad now, so.
Okay. Well, Jean, you can add in the chat if you have questions, or let us
There
know
we
how you're
are.
doing, because we'd love to know that you're able to.
There. I finally
There
figured
she
it out.
is.
That's the
Yay.
first time I've used this one. I don't know, the Chromebook wouldn't work. I couldn't
we're-
hear a thing.
I'm glad
see
you can
anything
hear us
either.
now. We can hear you. Very good.
Cool.
So we'll set, now we're going to move along to the third card. You'll want to have your, sort of spread out those supplies again. I've got my sample here to talk through, and I realize I just need to grab my scissors while we're paused for a moment. My paper snip so that I can trim that ribbon. Okay.
Good.
So this card, again, is folded kind of awkwardly for the way we're going to use it, but you'll see the surprise that I already disclosed to you is to put the seed packet inside. So what we're doing is actually making a pocket fold with this card. Okay. You could also put, you know, I love tea. You could put a tea bag inside. You could put a gift card inside. You could put a special love note or a photograph inside, a recipe. There's all kinds of ideas. I love when we meet each month and we talk about all the ways you can tuck some extra love inside a card. And this one is actually designed to hold something in place with that little pocket. This is a really easy card to design if you are a card maker with your own supplies at home. If you kind of ignore that yellow piece right there, I'll show you on this card. It's just the same dimensions. It's 11 inches like a standard card would be. It's just, instead of being scored in the middle, it's scored at 4 inches and at 9.5. So if you're a card maker and you like to work with cardstock that's 8.5 by 11 inches, you would cut the paper in half. So you would have 2 pieces that are 11 inches. And then you score it at 4 and at 9.5. And it works really well as a pocket because we're adding that little strip of yellow. If you didn't have the yellow there, well, we can experiment a little bit. It would still hold, but do you see how there's this little bit of bump here and a little bit of awkwardness? That yellow piece kind of, it almost is like a curtain coming down over the green. So there isn't that awkward space. I hope that makes sense. The yellow piece just kind of adds a little bit of cover for that seam, I guess is a way to say it. All right, so the card came like this in your kit. You just have to fold that green piece forward. So now we have our card base. So it's the standard 5.5 by 4.25. It's just, instead of being scored in half, it's got those 2 score lines. Okay, so let's look here. What we're gonna do, first I want to adhere this yellow piece so that I've got that like a curtain in place. And you'll notice it overlaps just a tiny bit. So the yellow is underneath the white, just a little bit. So when we put our adhesive on here, we need just a tiny thread along the yellow. And it's going to go, whoops, I did that incorrectly. See, I'm talking and I messed it up. It's okay. I could put it on the outside, but I'm gonna make it so it won't be sticky here. And if you were with me, I apologize if you already put your glue on the white side. You want to put the glue on the yellow side. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just smush off that glue. And I think it's going to still be all right. It won't be too sticky because I'm getting rid of it.
I seem to have lost the yellow piece.
Okay,
Oh,
it's a narrow piece.
I
Did you
just
find
found
it?
it. Yeah.
Good, it's just a narrow piece. And so the glue, guys, is going to go just on the top of the yellow, the very edge of the yellow, just a tiny thread of glue. And then that will just go at the very bottom of, of the white. So what we're doing is kind of making that curtain piece, okay? So you can see here, mine's a little messy with my glue. If that happens to you where you put glue where you don't need it, we do have a special glue eraser, but often I don't have it handy. So what you can do is put another piece of paper on top of this. And that's what I'll probably do. I'm trying to think if I have a piece that would work for me right handy here. Actually, I can use my green piece that was left over and just tack it there because otherwise it will be too sticky. So that's a solution. If you put glue in the wrong place, often you can cover it up with another layer and no one will know. It'll just be a little extra green here. But otherwise, my piece of paper here will be a little too sticky. Okay, so hopefully you weren't following too closely But if that happened to you, you could use the green piece to cover up the glue. All right, I do like this because it now means that that seam is covered, okay? Now my son, Billy, he went golfing tonight with my older son, Matt, and my husband, Bill. Matt's home from college and finished his exams on Tuesday, so everybody's excited and celebrating. Billy still has a month of school left for 9th grade, but Matthew's done. So they went golfing tonight, but before Billy went, he was looking at all my projects and he said, it looks like engineering. And I said, yes, it's paper engineering. So you are all paper engineers tonight. A lot of my favorite designs with card making have moving parts or things that tuck in, different fun folds. I love math. And so I think that's a way to incorporate the math and science interests, the STEM and art tonight. So that's the trickiest part though, my friends. Once we have that, we're okay with this card. You ready for me to go to the next step?
Sure.
Okay, so before we put our tab on here, we want to stamp on it or add a greeting, okay? So if you have a stamp that fits in this space, you can use that, or you could write a little message or write someone's name. If you have stickers, you could add stickers here. What it's going to do is just be the kind of the lock for the card. So it's kind of a lock that's going to hold that in place, okay? So I'm going to use a stamp from the stamp set called Hey Girlfriend. This is a really fun stamp set that's retiring at the end of June. So I'm excited to be using it quite a bit recently before it's no longer available. It was designed by my friend April, who lives in Texas. And she's I guess it was almost 2 years ago, I think, she reached the milestone of $1 million in sales with Stampin' Up. And when you meet that milestone, you get to help design a stamp set. So her team is called Hey Girlfriends, and she chose the sweet images and the greetings that go along with it. So she has a little dog that looks like this. And this is kind of how April's hair looks. So they made one that kind of looks like April. But it has some really sweet greetings in it. And so we're going to use the one that says, your kindness touches my heart. That's one I'll use tonight. But again, in this space, you can fit another greeting if you like, or a monogram or a sticker. You can decide what you'd like to put there. So I was using the Garden Green ink.
Garden green. Okay.
And this is going to be put on with dimensionals because I do want to give a little lift here so that it can receive the top card inside. So you can imagine I have to be thoughtful about where my adhesive goes, right? I've already had a goof tonight, so I have to think carefully. I want the adhesive just to be down on the bottom, on the green part, because I want to be able to slide my yellow in and out. So I'll take my dimensionals here, and I'm going to just put 2 down at the bottom. And that way they will anchor this holder. Whoop, there we are. And I'm just going to put it so that it overlaps that white and yellow. But it's not sticky anywhere here at the top because I want to be able to lift this in and out. If you're deciding, if you don't know what your stamp is going to be tonight, then I would wait to put it onto the card until you stamp something, because once you have dimensionals underneath, especially when it's not at an even layer, then you're more likely to have a smudge with your stamping. Now, you each have 6 little birds in your kit. My design just used 2 birds, but you might actually want to put them in another part of your card. We'll explore that when we get there. I'm going to put 2 down here at the greeting. I chose ones that are kind of facing into each other. Like that. 2 little birds, your kindness touches my heart. Okay, so again, this will tuck inside. And it will hold down much better once we secure the green part. Okay, let's do that next. This green card, we want to create the pocket. So we're going to put adhesive just along the two edges where the behind the green piece. Now, I prefer the Tombow glue. It's a great economical choice. It's really versatile. It dries quickly and it will hold three-dimensional objects. But in order to get that bond, you have to apply some pressure. So you want to push with your thumb and forefingers here and hold it for a little bit to help that glue set. Then it will be ready to hold the seeds or a gift card or some money or a photo, whatever you decide to put inside. You might plant your seeds at your house, so you put something different in this card. Okay, so then we'll tuck those in. And now when I close it up, I just tuck the yellow strip under the white tag. Looks pretty just like this, but we do have some more pieces, don't we? We're going to add the branch and some pearls and a little bit of ribbon if you like. And you might want to put some more birds on there. It's up to you. I'm going to show you a couple of the projects that I made with Hey Girlfriend. Last week, my friend Cindy, she lives in Hawaii, and she had a Hey Girlfriend class that invited me to take part in it. And so she sent me a goodie box of project materials. And then I used my stamp set and my inks and supplies to create these projects. So I wanted to show them to you because they're really fun. And I used blending pens to do the coloring. I know some of you enjoy watercoloring. So this is a clever fold. You'll see this at a future library class, I think. It's another pocket card. And this one opens, instead of from the bottom, it opens right to left. And then there's a little slot here where you can put a tea bag or a business card or a gift card like that. It's kind of a clever fold, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we made that one. And we made, this is a Z fold. This is similar now to the Z fold that we made tonight, right? The one we made tonight opens, it's a landscape design that opens widely this way. And the design I made with my friend Cindy that she created is a Z fold as well, but it's a portrait. So what I love, again, it's kind of that engineering interest with moving parts, but I do enjoy cards that have a different way of opening. I think they're a little more engaging sometimes. And then
That's me. I like the fun folds.
you do, Jean, I know. And you like
Yeah.
the 3D things too. You'll like the box and things that
Oh,
we
I
made.
love the boxes.
This one, my friend Cindy made for each of us. It's just a really fun little gift card holder. That's
pretty.
again made with some designer series paper. It's a clever way to include a gift card. And then this is the box. These are treat boxes from Stampin' Up. And what my friend Cindy sent to us was some Muddy Buddies, because it was a girlfriend night, a friend night. So the treat was Chex Muddy Buddies. Do you guys know about Chex Mix? They have all different names, but the one that she sent to us was made with white chocolate and
Oh, Muddy Buddies, yeah.
Muddy Buddies, yeah.
They're delicious.
They're so yummy. And so she had it for us to put in our little box, but that didn't last through the night for me. I ate them before they could be enjoyed in the box. But that was
Cool.
lots of fun. So I don't know if you have a favorite snack when you're crafting. The Muddy Buddies were a little bit messy because it's the chocolate, which can get kind of melty. If you eat it quickly, though, it doesn't melt too much, and that's always fun. But pretzels, I find, are a good snack for crafting because they do have salt, but they don't tend to be sticky. And tonight I just have my water. As after dinner, I was saving room now for ice cream pie from Sunshine. Do you guys ever get ice cream pie? The Sunshine Mart in Beeville is just about across the street from us, and it's kind of an addiction for our family. And we love the people that work there, and it's really yummy. So highly recommend
Cool.
ice cream pie. Well, let's finish this card. We're going to go ahead and put the branch in place. And I love that it's that rich green color that matches the green from the bottom. So I feel like even though we're going to glue it so that it will be flat on the card, I feel like it's really coming toward me, like it's reaching out. So I'm going to put just a little bit, dot, dot, not a lot of this adhesive. So I'd love to hear from you in the chat or in the comments. If you're watching on Facebook, I'll be able to review your comments. But if you're here tonight live and if you want to put in the chat or unmute so we can hear you, I'd love to know which card you enjoy the most, because it's helpful for me to learn what kind of folds you like and what kind of engaging pieces you like. So if you had a favorite one, whether it was the Z fold or the pocket fold, you can let me know. These will be certainly ones we'll use again in the future, these layouts. If you
I
know
like
me,
both
you
of
know that I
those.
like the
Yeah.
simple, something I can repeat over and over. So I can take one layout and then make it with several different products and colors.
I was saying I like both of those. Those are my two favorites we've done so far.
Oh, terrific. I'm so glad, Julia. Thank you. Now I'm just tying a little knot. I'm tying it twice, once and then again, to add a little thickness to this pink piece. Okay. And then I'm going to use my paper snips just to trim off so that they have an angled edge instead of a straight edge. But you can do whatever you like. My snips need to be sharpened. I have about probably 12 of these pairs of snips in our house. They are in every junk drawer and on top of the counter, and we keep one in our car too. They have a nice cover on them because they're very sharp. So
Yeah.
I like to have a good pair of shears, but these do need to be sharpened a little bit tonight. So we've got that knot. And then you can adhere this if you have a glue dot. You could use a glue dot. You could use a dimensional. I'm actually going to use the Tombow glue because it's so versatile. Again, what I need to just be sure to do is hold it in place to help it bond. So I'm going to knot it as if it's kind of tied around the branches. There is the effect I want to have. Oh, Jennifer and Hannah like the pocket cards. I'm glad. Yes,
Yeah.
perfect for a gift card or any little
Or
surprise.
even a little note.
A little note, exactly.
Yep.
Photo, recipe. There we are. So we just want to hold that in place to help it lock in, for it to bond. I'll trim that ribbon later, I think. And then we've talked before about how the Tombow glue can be really sticky on your hands. So something a lot of us have in our homes these days still is hand sanitizer, and hand sanitizer will help you get that off. Also, I picked up some of these wet wipes that have the antibacteria sanitary alcohol wipe stuff just on a little cloth. And so that can help me also if you need something like that to get off that glue. And if you know someone who has latex allergies, they should not use this glue. It's a wonderful glue, but it's not for people with latex allergies. So we can explore other adhesive options for those friends. My friend Melanie, for example, she lives in Maryland and she can't use the Tombow.
Oh, that's gotta be rough.
Yeah, there's other good choices though.
Yeah.
But it's hard for a lot of things that you don't even think about have latex in them. Yeah. So the last piece to add a little bit of bling to these, just like we added the green pearls to the butterflies, let's add these little yellow ones. And where I'm putting them on the card is where the designer already put these yellow dots for me. So I'm just going to highlight those yellow dots with the pearls. I usually pick up the pearls with my fingers, but if you have trouble with that, you can use tweezers, or we have a tool called the Take Your Pick tool, or you can pick them up with the paper snips. That works well for a lot of my customer friends. When we meet at the library in person, my friend Doris always has her tweezers with her, and that really helps working with the small embellishments. So I'm going to just go ahead and put all of these on. There are more than 6 yellow dots. You can decide where you want to highlight them with the pearls. I think I'll do that. So this one has a lot of texture. It has the ribbon texture and the shine in the pink ribbon that I like. It has the sparkle, kind of sparkly pearls. and then the surprise inside of the flower seeds. Now, we do have some extra birds, so if you want, you could put them on the branch or on the inside of your card. It's a great idea to sign the back of your card to show that you're the creator, so you might put a little bird there and then write your name. I love finding cards that have, in my mom's house, that have my name in like 1999 written next to it, or 2003. I'm happy that she treasures the cards that I've made, and it is kind of fun to document that you're the creator of that. There we are. So I hope this was fun tonight. I enjoyed being with you. I really love Zoom, where I can see your faces and answer your questions as we work along. So thank you, Julia, for helping coordinate the Zoom and Facebook. And next month, we'll be together again here on Zoom for our June event. And let's see, I thought I had a sneak peek. Let me think where I put it.
And yay, the Facebook is working. So
Oh,
yay.
I'm so happy. Very, very good. Yeah, I thought I had a sneak peek for you. Let me think where I might. Yes, I know where I did. I set out
You
the Hey
hit it.
Girlfriend things to show you. Are you laughing at me? I set out the Hey Girlfriend things because I wanted to show that for you from the catalog. This is our catalog that goes through the end of June, so there's still time to grab these favorites. But the sneak peek of next month's, one of the cards we'll be making next month is made with the snail mail suite.
Oh, I
These
like that
guys
one.
are really fun and colorful.
Yeah.
And the stamp set is what is, I'll be able to pre-cut some of these items from the designer series paper for you. So if you fall in love with it, you can purchase the stamp sets yourself, but I'll make sure that the card can still be completed even if you don't have those stamps. The card will have the paper in them and the other embellishments just like we normally do. But I wanted to give you a sneak peek because aren't those colors fun and happy summer?
Mhm.
I
All
love
year
the-
round
the-
happy cards, but they
I
make
love
me
the
think of summer.
mailbox one.
I do too. I like the
Isn't that
mailbox.
clever?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll make sure there's some little envelopes on our card. Then I haven't designed the card yet. I just know I want to use these products, but I'll make sure there's some envelopes in there. Any other requests?
The one that says
Oh, please.
hello, is that all little pieces? That looks
This one?
complicated. Yeah. Is that ribbon?
It's actually, that's a great question. It's actually pieces of paper, really thin strips of paper, a great way to use your
Woven.
scraps. And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
woven together here to kind of create that background. That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be complicated, but fun.
Yeah, it's easier than you think. It
Yeah, I
takes
was
a
gonna
little bit of
say,
time, but
yeah.
it's not really tricky. That would be fun to incorporate. And I'll be sure to do something with the little envelopes. What else do you see that you like?
Oh, jeez.
They're so
I don't know,
cute.
the mushroom with the, it looks like a shaker or something.
Yeah, this one is a mushroom with little shaker pieces cut out from with the dies. That's pretty clever too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
So
are
that'll
very
be
cute.
fun. I as a crafter, I enjoy a limited supply challenge. What I mean by that is when I'm given a challenge of like a topic or a theme, and then just a couple of colors and a couple of tools. That's the way I enjoy creating the most is kind of working with what you got and fiddling and that's a lot of fun. So it is easy to be overwhelmed. There's such a wealth of product available, but I like to just pick something that makes me happy and then kind of fiddle with it. So I'll look forward to playing and I'll have you guys in my heart as I play around. So we'll have a fun snail mail card for June, along with some other projects I have too, as well.
Very cute.
Cool.
Very cute.
Yeah, so thanks for being a part of things tonight. I'll look forward to seeing you in June. Happy May,
Yeah.
enjoy. I'll be traveling next week. I'm actually going with Stampin' Up to Hawaii. My mom is my guest. I earned the incentive trip. So thanks to you for helping me grow my business and share this love of paper crafting. And I'll look forward to safe travels and get to share some stories with you next month. But I wish you a safe month and I look forward to seeing you in June. So thanks again for being a part of things tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Missy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Mhm.
Okay.